Ladies and gents, welcome to some Gold Rush. Really fun map. I don't think it's been in ranked for months, actually. And one that always produces really good games. We've got 700-ish elo here. And these days, 700 elo is pretty strong. Until it's not. Yes. I think that's fair to say, right? In 2024, 700 elo, they're using some hotkeys. They've got some strats. They've got some personality. However, things can all go wrong pretty quickly, which is, I think, a big reason why people like to watch low elo legends. In the red, we have Garden of Predation. Very interesting names here. Garden of Predation playing as the Bulgarians. And then in the blue, we have Watermelon Cactus. I think Watermelon Cactus is a viewer of mine. At least I recognize that name. But yeah, fun names here. We've got Vikings here for Watermelon Cactus. And it's a really fun matchup, actually. Both civs are fantastic with infantry. The Viking economy, though, is really king. So if this game is even economically in terms of build numbers, the Viking player normally has a pretty big lead there. Now, 7 tiles of gold near your base. Eventually, you have to move out to get the rest of the gold. Blue's map is very, very good, in my opinion. Like, I find on Gold Rush, sometimes one player has an easier wall than others. And the berries are on the back. The gold is pretty safe. The stone, even, because of these wood lines, could be walled in. But then eventually, they will need to move out towards the middle. And I think the Bulgarian player's plan might be to build Krepos in the middle. Like, Krepos to control the middle is something only the Bulgarians can do. It could be pretty strong. We'll see. Okay, Leo's Mind says, hey, T90, I encouraged my boyfriend to play a ranked AoE2 game after I taught him some things, but still get frustrated when he keeps making lel things. So I think this relationship is in danger partially because of this channel. Either that or I committed a big mistake by teaching him to play competitive. Whoa, wait. Can you clarify this? You're saying you taught him to play Age of Empires 2, but he keeps making mistakes and it's jeopardizing the relationship? Is that what you're saying? You found out he's too big of a noob? Is that basically what you just said? Feel free to clarify this. We won't tell him, okay? We won't tell him. We'll keep this between us. Something like that. Well, hey, I don't know what you guys did when you were single, but I know for me, like, I haven't been single for a while, but when I was, the first question I would ask someone is not like what their favorite hobbies were or, you know, not like what they did for work. I would ask what their fast castle time was. And the majority of the time, people didn't even know what that was. So that was immediate swipe left. Immediate, just nope, not going out with this person. What became really complicated is once you got people who knew what a fast castle was, they just weren't getting the right times, right? It was a big red flag for me. So, yeah, really, really complicated situation in the Age of Empires 2 dating pool. I joke. Obviously, my fiance's actually never played the game once. I may do a stream where I teach her the game. We've thought about this, and I thought it'd be fun to make it content. And, like, I'm guessing I would be very, I'd be very tempted to react in funny ways if she was making big noob mistakes, but that would also be unfair to her. So I'd have to think of a way to design it where it's good content without me being too disrespectful, you know? But she said she's potentially interested. I don't know. I might also want the first time she plays, if she ever plays, to be, you know, just her and I. Maybe we play like 5 to 10 games against the AI. And then, you know, we get on stream. Because I would say that, like, it's normal for me to stream in front of thousands of people. Other people get very stressed out by that and would feel, you know, it's hard to manage that. So, anyways, we might get there. Watermelon, about to click up to Feudal Age here. And Watermelon might have plans for Feudal Age with attack. Red built a mill on the berries. Build a mill on the zebra. And it's still making vills, so I think there's a chance Red will consider a fast castle. This, I'd say, is a rank where You can kind of have either. I always like to say fast feudal into nothing is what a lot of 700 elo players do, because they kind of know what to do for the first 20-21 vills. And then they just kind of scramble from here to decide on what they do next. The Pantless Bird says, I panic if it says spectator 1. The amount of times that people show up to my stream and ask if I cast their games because that spectator thing popping up is just too funny. I do wonder who's spectating these games to make these people panic, but yeah, I do get questions a lot and emails a lot. To the business email that says business purposes only, there's so many messages that say, did you just cast my game? It was this game. Did you watch me? Please no. Watch this one instead. Actually got a really funny one. Looks like, oh, hold on. Let's see what Blue's doing. Okay, Blue wasn't happy with the initial mining camp. I think Blue's still trying to make it to Castle Age. It's just the build order is very odd. We've got everybody on berries. No farms. But, you know, still pretty efficient eco with the Vikings. Things should be working out. So let me just tell you this real quick. So I got an email like 2 weeks ago, right? Subject was like, you know, I will say people clickbait their subjects in my emails massively, which I kind of respect because they're like, this T90 guy needs to watch my video, right? And so anyways, the subject of the email, it goes, T90, I hear you say all the time that we shouldn't send stuff to your business email, but since you said people do it anyways, I figured why not? And he goes, I know you said people only send you your wins, so I figured I might as well send you mine against my brother. Here's 5 of them. So he acknowledges, he's like, yeah, I know you really don't want this to, you know, your business email, but other people do it too. He's like, oh yeah, and you say you kind of, it gets a bit predictable because people just want to brag. Well, here's me beating up my brother all day. Yeah, I really respected the self-awareness of that individual. And that kind of stuck with me, so. All right, so Red made 2 Man-at-Arms. You do get the militia upgrades for free, so that's why they're Man-at-Arms now. Also seems to be planning towards Castle Age, just kind of in a different way, right? Took the Zebra with the mill, finished the berries as well. Is going to gold now. They both understand the goal, but their eco is just a little bit out of whack, right? And I think at least like Red, I want to say Red seems a little bit closer. Guys, I would highly suggest making a couple farms if you're going to do this. Like making 3 to 4 farms is super helpful. Hold on a second. Supplies is on the way here for Red. So is Red going to produce more? Red has nothing on food now, so Red won't be able to go up to the Castle Age. And hold on, Red might realize I have nothing on food and is now going to drop some farms. Okay. But when you're in this position, it is incredibly painful because Red is like so close to clicking up and yet so far because of having nothing on food here. Blue Scout moving around all over, and I think it's not Auto Scout either. I think Blue is actually paying attention to this, and we'll see that Red is located here. Blue also adding farms. Also has some good eco techs. Isn't completely walled. But both players with the slow castle. No fast castles. It wasn't perfect, but they, you know, you can tell they understand the cores of the game and when they need to oh my god, when they need to put their foot on the gas. And Red is gonna make 11 more Man-at-Arms. Woo, boy, it's about to get crazy. It is about to get crazy here, people. Red's farming eco is gonna look fantastic back at home. I say fantastic. It's still decent. Blue, this eco is looking pretty good. Resources are climbing. Resources are way higher than Red's because Red is gonna go for a massive Man-at-Arms rush. So normally the supplies upgrade is not something people immediately really benefit from. You need to make 10 units after supplies for it to, like, pay off, I think. I think it's something like 10. Red's going crazy. But what Red's not doing is producing a lot of vills. So Red's just making this massive army. Does know where blue is located. And Watermelon Cactus has no clue what's coming. Oh, man. Red's going to see this and be like, oh, that's going to be juicy. Oh, man. Scout. Barely takes any damage because TCs suck. And... oh, wow. Scout survives. That's a pretty big deal. Keeping that Scout alive. Nice reactions there from blue. Who needs the market and the blacksmith to go Castle Age. And red is now going to get upgrades too. I mean, hey, red knows the Civ. Red knows the Civ. Instant man-at-arm upgrade. Cheaper and faster researching blacksmith tags. And is already going to stone. Thinking about Krepos in the middle. Now, these man-at-arms might get mauled by a whole group of lions though. But the man-at-arms will still beat the lions. Especially in these numbers, so. It would be funny if red just clicks the units over to blue's base. So what blue sees is not only the man-at-arms, but also a big group of lions. Could actually benefit red. Some of the lions might attack blue. Okay, here we go. This is sick. This is sick. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Just don't look at the lions. They'll get upset at you. Okay, here we go. Kill off the lions. Yeah, get out of here, Tony. Oh, wait, Tony's a tiger. Mufasa and friends. Is he just going to protect the hill or is he going to attack? He's protecting the hill. I was wrong. He made 18 men-at-arms to protect the hill. All right. Well, hey, I mean, you can understand the logic, right? Pro player logic would say, you make army, you want to find some benefit and kill the enemy. But red thinks this is gold rush. Where is the gold? Here. So I'm going to rush here. And if the enemy can't take the middle, the enemy can never win. That is what red is thinking. Problem, of course, is blue is going to be in Castle Age. If blue can drop a castle, blue could make berserks, which could be incredibly strong. Blue is getting good eco upgrades. And blue, who would be exposed against this, who would take lots of losses against this, doesn't even know it's there and is completely fine for now to just chill. So, red, happy to hold the hill. Do you guys like this, though? Like, red's strategy is really good. I understand red's not attacking. Oh, yeah, even spread formation. Let's go. But, like, the thinking from red... oh, split formation. Oh, man, microing. Woo! Look at these formation changes. Let's go, red. I love red's priorities. Splitting the formations of units that aren't, you know, aren't really in need of formation splitting. But yeah, the thinking is control the hill. Krepos it. I like this from red. You can see what red is up to. Oh, man. No freaking way. Meanwhile, blue is building a castle with one villager? At the bottom of the hill? I mean, is this some next level crap? And blue's like, I'm expecting the enemy to take the hill, so I will build it at the bottom of the hill. Okay, more vills are on the way. Does red notice them? There they go. I think red saw movement. Red's like, okay, he must be coming to the hill. Oh, okay. He's still moving his units around, waiting for the enemy to show up. Wow, this gets fascinating. Wait, does red know? I'm laughing so much at the formation changes. He's splitting them up. He's splitting them up. He's putting different groups. Yeah. He's put all these different groups to get like full coverage of the hill. And now he sees an enemy castle. He's probably like, what? A castle? There? The castle isn't the best from blue, but it's close to the middle and can protect some gold, maybe. Blue is actually getting long swords himself. I would really like to see Berserks personally. Berserks are really strong. And Scout, dead. That's our first kill of the game, guys. Now, Blue sees one of these guys, but that's it. And so doesn't really know exactly what's waiting up on that hill. And is going to start to take this gold, which Red will be able to spot. And Red, we know what your plan was. Bring the Vils and just confirm this for us. And there we go. Now, it'll be tricky because Red's units may just fall into the castle fire if Red's not paying attention here. But the thinking of dropping a castle on the hill is perfect, I think. Blue, by the way, has ways to still win this game if this castle goes up. Ways that we'll talk about. But just too little, too late to military. So Red's military and planning for this castle really working out. Red also getting all the upgrades. Really smart. All the infantry upgrades in the blacksmith, but also fletching to help with the castle fire. That's huge. Blue doesn't see the castle. Ooh, okay, but Blue could run to Red's base. Now, if Blue goes into Red's base, that'll get interesting. Blue knows that Red is exposed there. And is made a mangonel. Uh-oh. Okay, is attacking the castle foundation. I don't know if Blue knows exactly that that's happening. I would guess that Blue is looking at this. It is very likely that Red does not notice this when it happens. Red might be looking at this right now. Will Blue notice the castle? There's a lot of stuff happening. Castle goes up. Will Blue react? The answer's no. Now the answer's yes. Okay. Vils need to go somewhere else. These guys are just protecting the relic, actually. Blue is really interested in getting all the relics, which could be really valuable on a map where you could run out of gold. Blue's got 2 already. Oh, man, but Blue, you could just attack the opponent. I think, guys, on objective-based maps, I consider Gold Rush to be objective-based. It's not really an objective, but, like, on maps where it's very clear that one area is important, okay? Players forget that they can attack the opponent's eco. Whereas, if there's no, like, massive gold pile in the middle, I'm sure Red would have just attacked Blue and done damage earlier, and Blue would attack Red. But their thinking is gold, 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 which is great. But the opportunity is still there, you know, to kill villagers and do this in a more traditional fashion. Now, guys, Blue doesn't see that many long swords. Blue only sees half of them. But that is still a lot of units here. Blue is going to try and push this castle down. But man, oh man, would I love to see Blue start to hit Red's base. Most people do not know what to do when you hit their base. Because again, they're just thinking about the middle. But how can you think go raid the opponent's eco when there's this castle on top of the hill? That just feels so difficult. Upgrades coming in for Blue that Blue didn't have before. Just realizing that. Viking infantry does have more HP. It's 72 HP against 60. Which is considerable difference. You could take one more hit. Is Red gonna go Imp now? If Red clicks Imp soon, Red is a Gold Rush god. Don't tell me Red clicks Imp now. Wow, what in the world? Red is a Gold Rush god. It'll happen in a moment right after these Vils. That's really well executed. God, it would make it so much crazier if Blue were to just start ramming his base right now. The Imp TC could go down. Villagers could go down. Blue has army. Red has no defense for it. Red is not prepared for this. We know this. Red is just thinking about the middle. So I'm going to use this moment to just remind you guys, kind of as just like a tip, right? As a reminder, right? If you're in a position where you don't think you could push, make it messy, okay? If they're in a position you need them to leave from, don't just engage from them where they're waiting. Go to their base. Make it messy. The Imperial Age TC is the starting TC. Also, if you were going to try and ram down a castle in Castle Age, you need 6 rams minimum. 3 will never work in most cases. I don't think 6 would work here either because red has so much army, but in general, that would be my advice. Look at blue, still looking for relics. That is what blue's mind is on. And blue does have 3 of them. Is blue going to attack? Blue's making a move. Sneaky, sneaky. And they're just going to chill. Okay. Now, meanwhile, blue's making more rams and more mangonels. Has berserks. Has pikes inside of the rams. I mean, blue is going to make a real attempt at trying to take out this castle. The problem is red's going to have two-handed swordsmen instantly and can rush those blacksmith upgrades pretty quickly as well. Oh, man. Okay. I wonder if blue does this and then pushes the castle at the same time. The double timed attack could be huge. You could tell blue's kind of ready. Just like we predicted, red has no clue what to do now. Let's see how much army red sends home. That's smart from blue. The fact that blue hits his base and then goes for the castle, sick. The problem is, blue, red still had the army here. Red is not defending his eco at all right now. Rams are going to go down. Everything blue has will likely go down here. Red will lose a lot as well. There's no defense for red's economy right now. Red does immediately queue up some trebs. The two-handed swordsmen do an incredible job here. And red's core strategy of just getting this hill, getting the imp, using infantry here has worked perfect. Still not perfect for his vills. Still not perfect for his vills. This is still the big problem, but blue doesn't have a whole lot here at the moment. Wait, blue's an imp? I didn't actually know blue clicked up. Okay, wow, blue actually has a chance. He's getting elite berserk now. I didn't realize blue was up. Red still has not gone home. Red hasn't sent anything home, which is crazy. And elite berserk will not complete, actually, because the castle will fall. Nice job from red. Red's like, I'm not messing around here. I've just got to kill this guy quickly. 67 vills versus 57. A lot of red's villagers aren't even working right now. He's got like 20 idols. If blue can get the champion... Viking champion are better than Bulgarian champion unless the Bulgarians get... Well, Bulgarians don't get champion, but I mean, unless Baganes comes in, which is the unique tech. So, I mean, blue has a production problem, but I think blue will actually be in the better position here. Look at the resources collected here because of that great economy from blue and the amount of vills working. 3 relics as well, but no gold in the middle, which could be so problematic here. That side raid was sick. That side raid was just so good. A lovely play from blue. This is a great game. Man, this elo, it's like... You know, it's not... You don't necessarily watch it for, like, the spills. But there are thrills, dude. And the strategy's great. Like, these guys have great game understanding. Great civ knowledge, too. And now it's champion. It's Viking champion. With 84 HP. And red can't get champion. Red's only on two-handed swordsman with 60 HP. I don't know if red has a real backup plan. And blue's economy is, for the most part, still untouched. And these trebs are exposed. They are pulling back to the castle, but you know where red doesn't have his army right now? Is here. He's going to make a conic. He does have the castle as well, which will help him get some kills, and I think blue's going to back away. Wow. Okay, so... let's talk positives for red. The positive for red is you have the middle, okay? And that's... Well, that's mainly your only positive. Well, you do have 2,000 gold, and you have enough for another castle. So, this is what I would actually suggest. Red may, if he's worried about getting raided at home again, you could drop a castle at home, actually. Because you already have this one castle protecting the middle. Or, you double down, and you drop a second castle in the middle. Or maybe drop some Krepos, I don't know. But, like, you know, you've got a good army count. Red's going to need a moment to stabilize, right? Now... What blue doesn't have, which is crazy, is blue doesn't actually have a way to push the middle because blue can't make siege. Also, Say goodbye to my little friend. Red just rocking the Treb. Or rocking the Scout with the Trebs. I don't know why I said say goodbye to my little friend, but whatever. Oh, God. Look at them both use the market right now. Look at them both use the market at the same time. And here comes blue. And blue is going to drop a castle here. Yo. Oh, God. Oh, God. Abort. 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 Uh-oh. I like the idea, but red has army here, my guy. Red bought army because you attacked him, and he hasn't left his base yet. Oh, no! Oh, no! It's a down castle. If that castle went up, that would be amazing, because blue could then also take that stone. Wow. Blue's got a ton of champions. A real ton of champions, but needs a castle somewhere. I would say that, like, a castle, you know, safe is fine. Like, you don't want to build it too close to the middle right now. And guys, red is stabilizing the economy. After killing those vills, the vill count's pretty even. Red still has the gold in the middle. Red's making Krepos to defend the middle. Red needs to get Bagains, though. Like, Bagains is just such a massive technology here. It gives your unit, your infantry units, melee, 8 melee armor. You cannot compete against Viking Champion without Bagains. I think if you get Bagains and mix in a couple conics from the buildings on the hill, you're in a good spot. And he's certainly close to having the resources for Bagains. So we'll see. Couple shout outs here. Weird Pterodactyls, thanks for the 7 months. He says, Loey the Legends is not realizing your opponent isn't here until the Imperial Age. Yes. We had quite a few AFK games today. Ram, welcome back. Thanks for the 13 here and the 13 on Facebook. Thank you, Mandrule. Dash Midi for the 9, who says, watching at work, don't tell his boss. And a couple salutes in chat, please, for Derek, who just hit 2 years. Thank you, Derek, for everything. This is a good one, man. I'm pumped for this. Like, if blue had 4 trebs right now, blue wins this game. But, did you guys notice what blue just ran out of? Blue just ran out of gold. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I kind of forgot myself that blue could eventually run out. He's got the relics, but he's not really, well, he's found stone. Maybe you need to sell some stone here so you can make trebs. More upgrades from red. Mainly for the, like, the bracer upgrade's good for the castles and the Krepos. Red's army is still over here, right? I feel like red maybe forgot about that army. Red could always get more stone here. All right, guys, tell me who you think wins this game right now. And YouTube, you could pause and leave a comment. Obviously, you have the ability to skip ahead and look like a genius, but please let me know. Because I think this would be really close. It's just like, do we have enough faith in blue to be able to push the middle and close it out here? Look, red buying food, getting Bagains. Getting Bagains. Bagains a pretty big deal. He Bagains a bunch of armor now. And like I said, a few conics in the mix would be really good. Plus the Krepos fire, plus the castle fire. All right, here we go. Bagains is in. These guys have gained confidence now. And, well, let's see how it goes. Unfortunately for red, red is just completely outnumbered here. I will say the two-handed swordsmen definitely look way cooler than a champion. I think everybody knows that. Also, the Bagains two-handed swordsmen look really tanky there. But job done. Blue wins the fight pretty convincingly. It is now 50 champions for blue. And it is just 15 two-handed swordsmen for red. But red knows, oh my goodness, the enemy is preparing something. Oh, chieftains. Why did I forget about that tech? Okay, but they've changed it a couple times. Does that still give the extra... Why am I asking this? And I'm full-time Age of Empires. That still gives the bonus damage versus Cav, right? Or is that not the case? This is embarrassing. I think it gives you gold when you raid. Like when you kill villagers. Red sending more and more champs towards the middle. I just never see Chieftain. Like, I never see this matchup, and there's been changes to Vikings, and I've got, like, 10 years of balance stuck in my brain right now. Blue's gonna have 8 Trebs in a moment, and Blue's gonna start the push. No better time. This is why Red's built up so much. There is one dismounted Conic. He has been sent to the front lines. We respect you, dismounted Conic. This is an epic battle. Red is on top of the hill, using his own Trebs, which should take out Blue's Trebs over time. Blue might need to charge the hill. This is really smart from Red. A lot of noobs, a lot of Lowy the Legends don't do this, where they repair and they Treb war. This is very uncommon at this rank. And he's going to build Krepost here. Trebs are going down for the guy that doesn't have gold access. And Red is building up more two-handed swordsmen. This is a crazy battle. Only 4 Trebs now for Blue. And the Trebs are starting to go down. I think Blue might just get sick of this and go run up the hill here soon. That's sick Treb defense there from Red. That's really smart. The repairing and the Treb warring was just beautiful. Oh, man. And now Red feels prepared. Oh, man. What a battle. What a battle. Let's go. Charge. Fully upgraded Viking infantry against fully upgraded Bulgarian infantry. And, well, Red's mainly going to take the Trebs. Red's going to take the Trebs, and he might run right back up to his hill. Go whoop, right back up to the hill, Red. Oh, God, not this hill. Oh, God, where are we going? Oh, God, what? Okay, a little unconvincing. But in the end, he is going back to his hill. And the castles and the Krepos are just going to rain arrow fire, and now Red needs to take the fight. Oh, that's perfect. And now Blue can't take the fight because of all that crazy arrow fire. Wow. That was really well played. What a close game. Guys, what I want to see Blue do as Red loses track of some of his units, what I really want to see Blue do is send more units to Red's main eco. Even just 10 random champions there, Red will not be able to focus on that. Now, you could also argue Blue can't manage doing that right now because Blue is a bit busy, but Blue is desperate for gold. And for someone who's built this many Krepos in the middle, this is exactly what you want to see. Someone desperately making mining camps trying to snag the gold, you're just like, that is my gold. If Blue gets desperate enough, he might just go to Red's base and start taking out everything. I mean, I'd be crep posting my own base right now if I were Red. Also, love how Red sends his units into the Krepos to heal up a little bit. I think Blue might be cooked, guys. You can sell off some wood. You can sell off some gold in these situations if you're Blue. Sell off wood and food, sorry, to get gold, but the efficiency's not going to be there long term. And more units are going to go down to Red's Trebs. Red's Trebs have been real MVPs up here. They killed the Scout, but now they're killing champs, and now they've killed the Treb. These Trebs actually have killed 12 units. I think both players know about hill damage, yeah. I would guess so. I mean, both these guys have played pretty good. I'm guessing they should know, at the very least, that not having the hill could be bad. Ooh, there we go. So Watermelon Cactus, not finished yet, not ready to give up. Sells off wood and sells off food to get gold, and suddenly has a ton more. Siege Ram would be a really sick tech right now. But guys, Red has 30 more infantry units in queue. Red's going to have 100 infantry soon. 100 Bagain infantry. Oh, Blue. Let's go, Blue. Come on. This is what we wanted. I think I said at the start that Watermelon Cactus is a name I recognize. I don't want to, just take credit for this person's strategies or anything. But I'm going to take some credit for this thinking, man. This is what you've got to do. I've been preaching it for years, baby. I love to see it at low elo. Let's go. You can't push the middle. Your opponent has everything in the middle. Go to their base. They might not have defense there. The Trebs. The Trebs. Okay. Also, some Vills over here to take the stone. A Monk over here to get the relic could be really good. Let's see how Red reacts to this. Red, just like before, has nothing here. Oh, man. Blue, just go take the TCs while you have the time. Red's going to notice this in a moment, right? Okay, just noticed. Panic time. Okay, his Trebs have been packed up. Last time he didn't really bring a lot home for a while. Dude, Red refuses to leave the middle. He's like, well, if they die, whatever. If they die, they die. I'm not leaving the middle, bro. I'm continuing my push here. You can tell these guys thought about going home because it's their family, and everyone else was like, no, no, stay here. He's just completely abandoning his eco. No castles, no crepos. Oh, come on, Blue. Take the TCs. Take out those town centers. Those TCs would melt to this many infantry units. Oh, man, but Blue has to pay attention to this. And this is stressful. Also, holy Trebs. Wait, does Blue have no champions at home? Blue's got nothing at home. I thought Blue had champs here still. Oh, God. Well, this TC is going to go down. Those villas will be slaughtered. This TC is going to go down. These villas will be slaughtered. The buildings over here are going to go down, and probably everything will be slaughtered. There might not be many villagers remaining when this game ends, but it's just down to who has the army. And Blue's villagers at least still working over here. Red's mainly not, but I mean, maybe Blue can hold on. If Blue could just make a couple more champs, the castle fire's helping him. He's dropping towers. He's dropping castles. Blue's really hoping to defend this. This is crazy, man. Red just needs to send whatever vills he has to the middle right now to save what he can. And Blue just casually rebuilds the TC. And Blue's going to build another TC over here. Red's Trebs have taken out a castle from Blue. But, I mean, Blue's towers and castles are at least slowly taking out swordsmen. And Red has no defense. So Red's TC will go down. 15 more vills will go down. These vills will still all go down. The Trebs for Red are going to come back and focus on the TC. This is good for Red. Red needs to kill these vills. And Red will do exactly that. This is absolute chaos. This is absolute chaos. I love it so much. They're both just in the heat of the moment. It's so stressful. This is a wild game. This is just a wild game. So 27 vills for Red and dropping. It's 51 vills for Blue. Blue does have food, but he doesn't have gold. He's going to get stone again, which is kind of nice. And he needs to get the relics. Red is going to go for Elite Conic. As long as Red protects the Trebs, Blue will lose a lot over here. So, like, it is a position right now where Red can just keep pushing. If the Trebs go down, then this gets really bad for him. Oh, God. Blue is going to use his own Trebs. Oh, God. Red's not in front. Oh, God. Red's losing more. Blue's building a TC in the north. What is happening? Okay, one castle went down. Oh, man. What is this fight? Red's going to win the fight, but I think he's going to lose his Trebs. Oh, and now the Conics arrive! The Conics arrive! Elite Conic 2! And Red still has a few Trebs behind this, too. So those Trebs could maybe take out the castles. Oh, and Blue's going to lose everything. Oh, my goodness. Blue's in trouble. Blue can't afford army. He has the food, but he doesn't have the gold. He doesn't know what to do without the gold. He's trying to desperately snag the relics again. The Trebs actually will survive. Meanwhile, at Red's eco, like, where's the tumbleweed when you need it? This is just... Red says, I'm sick of going back there. We're just going to let them all die. He's got, what, 13 vills in the middle? That's fine. It is wild, though, because Red has no food income. And all the units he's making cost food, except for the Trebs, I guess. And look at Blue. Blue with the Treb tactics. It's sick. Boom. And the walls and the towers. And the castle. Hey, and the TCs. Trebs need to get out of here, though. Red can break through the walls. And, oh no. This might be the end for you, Blue. It's wild. Blue is still fighting, and Blue is creating villagers out of the TCs that are out there. But losing these Trebs is just too costly. Normally, what I would say is that Red is going to have time to stabilize and you know, get a good economy again and push. But I think if Red loses this Treb, it's going to take Red a long time to ever stabilize. Is Murder Holes in? Murder Holes? Is that on here? No Murder Holes. Could it kind of be a problem? No fletching, actually, is a big problem. Oh my god, Blue, you gotta snipe this Treb, dude. Blue, you gotta snipe that Treb. Okay, Berserks need to go for the Treb, not this. Like, if this monastery and castle stays up, you've got a chance, maybe. Vills are making a run for it. Berserk's making a run for it! Berserk is making a run for it! Go, Berserk! Swing harder! Go, go, go! The Vills! The Vills! And any little bit helps! Oh! The castle stays up. The monastery will stay up. Blue maybe has a chance. And Red has to look back and say, well, do I boom now? Like, what do I do? He's got nothing at home, basically. He does have Conics on the way. And there's no Murder Holes for Blue here. Blue just casually picks up 2-man Saul. I love it. He thinks to get some eco upgrades now. And let's look at his eco. Okay. He's adding another monastery here to snag this relic. That'd be great. He's got a couple farms there. He's got a couple farms here. He's got a couple farms here. Red will never find him in those other corners. So it's just a matter of, like, keeping this corner alive. God, he really needs fletching. And he really needs Murder Holes. I just don't know if he's going to be able to get it. Red hasn't produced a villager for a while. This is his farming eco. There she goes. She's supplying the whole economy with food. It's a really, really tough time. But hey, she's on her way, and she's got plenty of farms to work on. Don't rush her, guys. All right? She doesn't have the help. Oh, man. Oh, God. Two-handed swordsmen have found this TC. And then Conics have found the houses. Okay. Red's going to kill these vills. This is, I mean, any engagement like this is really good for Red because Blue's got a much better economy now. But Blue has no gold. Looks like the villagers realize they've been spotted. I want to actually see Red's point of view. So Red has no clues that the enemy's over here. Certainly has no clues the enemy's over here. This is sick, man. This is sick. Guys, I think Blue can... If this castle could stay up, and I don't know if it can, I think Blue could maybe win this game. Red has not really tried to stabilize and not really tried to drop, like, another TC and make more vills. I think you have to. You either do that or you send everything at this with some Trebs. And he's making more Trebs. Oh, baby. Also, in these situations, if you buy food, it makes it a better price for the enemy to sell food and get gold. So you actually have to be really careful not to buy wood and buy food in these scenarios if you're the player with gold. Does Red see this eco yet? No signs, but. He's headed this way. And he's going to find stuff. And blue's going to get slaughtered. Blue is going to get slaughtered. Blue will lose everything here. There's no way for blue to defend from this. So this is amazing for red. Meanwhile, red's got Conics protecting the Trebs. And here comes red. Guys, red might be about to win this game. Blue is the corner in the north. But I don't know if blue can lose 50 villagers and be okay. The vill count will be even. Let's go. Let's go. Garden of Predation here. Boom. Castle will go down. Monastery will go down. TC will go down. Blue down to 50 population. Red says, who needs vills? I just need crazy army. And Conics and two-handed swordsmen are that. And if there's any hope for blue, I think it was just lost. Blue is up here. Can you imagine if, like, blue just came in with a bunch of siege rams, scorpions, and champions and stormed the middle right now? It'd be sick, but I don't think blue can afford that. Berserk's fighting off the Conics here to the best of their ability. They will die, meaning those relics are gone. And towers contributed to a couple kills. Market's down. Monastery will go down. Red's never going to expect that blue's in the north, though. And blue still has more vills than the enemy. But there's just not much gold. Another monastery. Another one. Blue's like, I will do whatever I can to get gold. And is going to have to sell off some stuff to get the gold to make a monk. Okay, guys, hear me out, okay? This is the most next level thought I've just had. And I don't know if red has thought about this. So, the Viking player doesn't have gold, right? Well, the Vikings have that tech where chieftains, where they get gold by killing vills with their infantry. So, red, with his next level Giga Brain, said, I'm not going to make vills for him to kill because then he's going to get gold. So, I will just no longer produce vills, thus making it impossible for him to get gold. Maybe it's just the next level strat. Maybe this is part of the thinking. Against other civs, he probably makes vills. Against Vikings? Screw it. Also, mods, can we please ban the GoFundMe guy who says your kindness can make someone's dreams come true? I'm sorry, but that's just not the way to go about it. First message on the channel. Seems a little scammy. Okay, so red... red is from what red has seen, blue is pretty much out of this game, right? Maybe what red would assume is that the enemy's over here because there's still some blue stuff. But like, it doesn't, I don't think red should know that the enemy is in the north right now. And that's pretty incredible. The fact that blue is in the north right now, still fighting, still having somewhat of a fighting chance is wild, is still producing vills, is going to snag this relic. I mean, there's a chance. And it's not like red's villagers in the middle are all that protected either. Like, they could get sniped with one raid. But in these instances, I just can't help but feel like you should make more villagers if you're red. That's just my thinking. But I also love the fact that red says, screw that. I'm just saying, maybe you should consider a few more. But I also respect red for saying, whatever. Someone asking what the ELO is. For whatever reason, there's just this very, very peculiar bug we've never seen before. If you're not seeing the ELOs on screen, what you need to do is you need to leave your front door, turn left, run for 60 seconds straight, okay? Doesn't matter if you run into a tree or a wall. You have to continue to run. If you do not continue to run, this doesn't fix the bug. And then go, yippee! And then magically, right after you do all that, the ELO for the players is just going to show, you know, on screen at the top on the overlay I'm using, all right? So just make sure you complete those steps, all right? Okay, so like I said, red is going this way because there were blue buildings here. So red thinks that blue is just like hidden in the corner and is just griefing at this point. Red has no clue blue has a massive booming economy in the north. It's pretty incredible. And like Pike, Scorpion, Champion could be pretty decent. This is wild. Red has no clue what's up there. Wild. And of course, blue gets to see this army and gets to see what's happening. Guys, when you have to defeat someone, you do have to destroy most buildings. Now, economic buildings aren't counted in that. I think red thinks the opponent's AFK right now. But there is only one place that blue can be. And that is in the north. And red is on the way there. So here we go. It's actually 80 pop for both. The Conic army should just completely shred this, though. Like, the fully upgraded Conic should beat this so easily, it's not even close. Unless he, like, runs into the army without microing it. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I might be wrong. Oh, my goodness. Red's scared. Red is backing away. Red can't believe that. And red can't necessarily afford a lot more because red still has the same 17 vills. And red's gonna buy more food. Just as, look at blue selling the food for better prices. And red's gonna make more Conics. Blue's gonna have more Scorpions. It's unfortunate that the 9 Scorpions in queue are coming out of one workshop. But Pike's in front. 1 relic. This is so cool. I don't think red remembers this is here. But I think this is super cool how those relics are just being protected right now. Guys, what a game. If you are here with me for this, thank you for being here and enjoying this, because the fact that I could share this moment with other people is just so sick. This game is amazing. This is Age of Empires, baby. Let's go. What a fight. Both these two players are gods for very different reasons. It's been a great strategic game the whole way through. Bloodlines. What a great tech to get. We'll add 20 HP onto the 44 units he has right now. All right. Blue actually wants to push. I guess, like, from what I know, I think blue should wait till he gets a bigger army. From what blue knows, blue feels like he needs the gold in the middle. But with a 25 villager lead and a player who, is making another villager. Whoa. Big deal. But still, like, for a player who is nothing but the middle pretty much, I would just wait for a bunch more pikes, essentially. You get to 50 pikes in front of everything here, and you win this fight. And you win this game. This will definitely be a game that I remember when, viewers or myself are encouraging a player to resign at this elo when they look dead. I think if you're spreading out and you're just fighting and you make it messy, you can have real chances. You are never dead until they kill you off. Red hasn't had working farms beyond these farms for a very long time. And is going to have 50 Conics. The Trebs are coming as well. Conic is such a crazy unit. He also got stirrups too, so he's got the attack speed. Wow. I still think red should win the fight. I still think red's army is way stronger. Blue needs more pikes. Blue is like maybe 30 more pikes, and it's different. Oh, okay. Red's going to drop a Krepos. This is really smart, actually. Dropping Krepos right next to where the battle will take place is pretty good thinking. Blue selling resources to get gold is selling the gold on more trebs, and he's going for 4 trebs instead of going for 1 or 2, aka not trickle trebbing, aka very smart player. Just caught a glimpse of this Krepos. Red caught a glimpse of the army. It's all about to go down. It is all about to happen here. The game ends here. You can't move forward with just a couple pikemen here, blue. Back away to the force. Let's see these scorpions in action. Red sees it. Red will have the hill. The Krepos are going up. The Krepos will help out so much in this fight. Hard units to control here. Red's happy to take the fight on the hill. Blue feels maybe forced to take the fight, or this could get worse. Who wins this game, guys? Who wins this game? The Scorpions are getting their shots, but they need the meat shield. Otherwise, the Scorpions will go down. And the Conics are dying, but the dismounted Conics rise up. And suddenly the meat shield is gone for blue. And the Conics will kill off the Scorpions. Not only the Scorpions, they could kill off the Trebs, maybe. They're both at 60 pop. Like, they're both in such bad spots for different reasons. There's not much army left from red. And blue is out of the game. I actually think blue could maybe still win this. I actually think that maybe if blue just had a few more pikes on the way, that maybe blue could stabilize. But the Trebs would have probably gotten sniped. That would have taken forever to create them. And what a crazy, crazy game. Even in that fight, I think if blue had 20, 30 more pikemen, blue wins the fight and wins the game. That was unbelievable. Guys, I want to look at this stat. First thing, the total amount of vills throughout the game. Blue had 153. Red had 93, and 93 even surprises me. Wow, man. 93,000 resources collected there from red. Did so well without the middle gold, but still just didn't quite have the units after losing most of the economy there. That was crazy. Like, but guys, both players went for so many good moves in this game to win. Like red's initial strategy of longswords and the Krepos in the middle was super smart. Red's fast in play was super smart, and it made it seem like it was impossible for blue. The only way for blue back into this game was to raid the opponent's eco, and I was screaming that multiple times, and blue did it. And what was funny was a lot of players say, oh no, we need to reboom. We need to protect our eco. And red said, screw that. He was on what? 17 vills for the last 20 minutes. Red just said, I will go pure army, and that will be enough for me. Like, imagine losing this game, right? Losing this game, and you're blue, and you get to see now the whole map. Would you regret resigning, guys? You look around, you see disheveled farming eco, random dismounted conics, random dismounted conics, random dismounted conics, and then you're like, you actually kind of have an eco. So it would have been tough for red. Like I said, if red lost this fight, it would have been really tough. I think he would have lost. He was just out of res at this point to produce more. So anyways, people on YouTube, hope you enjoyed that one. People on the live stream certainly did. There was the KD. That was just a battle. Well played to both of these two. Very rarely do I leave a game and I'm just, man, like both players played good enough to win a game. But that was just so crazy. I loved it. There were so many high-level moves from red too. And apparently, I don't know what blue did there. Blue is maybe slightly faster in this game. I mean, it makes sense. If red doesn't look at his eco, he's not going to have an economy APM in the last half of the game. Red just didn't look at his eco for most of that game. So, obviously, if you enjoyed the game on the YouTube channel, just leave a like because it's really motivating and all that jazz. And we'll see if we can get more Lowy the Legend games to the channel that are quite that good. That was a fun one. But I maintain that maps like Gold Rush, maps like Golden Pit, maps that have that objective in the middle where one player can get very tunnel visioned, they create these types of situations. Because no other game, no other map would someone not be defended at home in those situations for blue to just run in. Red just felt like there was a lot of reason to be in the middle, and he paid the price and also felt the reward.